welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from Abraham Lincoln High School in Coney Island. Game already in progress due to some technical difficulties, but we are in a scoreless bottom of the second as Abraham Lincoln High School hosts John Jay Campus here for a battle of southeastern Brooklyn, I believe we are.
Yes.
Southwestern Brooklyn. We're
southeastern.
Southeastern.
Yes.
I'm Peter Andrus, and the voice you hear beside me is Michael Capizzo, back for another exciting season of baseball.
That is right, Pete, and that's a line drive going into right field, and that's going to be a base hit as they try to get him at first, not in time, and that's going to be a hit by number 3. That is Ahmed Brown, the pitcher for Lincoln. So something is brewing right now. We have two outs in the inning. We had a chance before with a runner at first with only 1 out, and the man was trying to steal the base, but a walk and a hit has now have runners in scoring position. That's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. David Moreno, the left fielder, is up right now. Lincoln trying to capitalize here with a runner at second base. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled going into the back, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. This is the freshman, first year playing for Lincoln. Trying to drive in a run. The 0-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Got him looking there with the fastball, and that retires the side. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We go to the top of the third. Lincoln tied with John Jay.
So while I was dealing with some of those issues, technical problems,
yes,
that are all resolved now.
Yes.
There were almost 2 full innings played. Mike, what did we see in that time? Anything substantial, anything noteworthy?
So during that time, so right now we have the pitcher for Lincoln, and that is Ahmed Brown. And so far, he has been really solid playing for Lincoln. He has 2 strikeouts going on. He's been keeping the ball very at bay. He does have a walk and a hit by pitch. And one very interesting note about John Jay against Ahmed Brown is that they have been stealing the base off of the catcher today. This is actually a brand new catcher for Lincoln this year. This is, let me double check because first time checking everything now. This is the catcher for Lincoln is Edwin Bueno. Edwin Bueno is now starting for us. He's a junior. Okay, so we had actually brought him in. Last year we had Dylan Castell, who was our star player for us, but now we're having, speaking to Mr. Cruz, the coach, he was mentioning to us that a lot of this is going to be growing pains. One of the things he likes about Lincoln this year is he likes his pitching staff and he likes his infield, but one of the things that we have to watch this year is the outfield, how strong they are, particularly in left and right. We have a lot of new players out on the field, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to perform, especially today, Pete, with the wind right now on the field. For some reason, it really wants to be March weather right now.
Yeah, there was some debate over whether or not they would even play this game today, given the temperature. It's about, I don't know, maybe 35 degrees with a bit of a wind chill, but not cold enough for them to call it, apparently.
No, so we are here for you guys right now as we get ready to start the top of the third. Leading it off will be number 10. This is Ryan Brooks. He's the second baseman for John Jay. Foul to the back, and the count is 0-1. So far, one of the things I like about this pitcher, Ahmed Brown, is that he's definitely someone that attacks the hitter, which is something that is going to play into how does John Jay respond to this and be selective on the pitches they want to drive. The 0-1. Trying to bunt his way on, pulls the bat back, now be high, ball 1. Count 1-1. You could see one of the things we have to watch today with the pitchers is how their hands are going to be with the temperature the way that it is right now and trying to stay warm during this type of weather. Bunted to the right side to the first baseman. He's got it. Throw to first. And nice play by the second baseman to come over, just get him in time. and that is out number 1. Scored as 3-4 there. Ground out. And the next batter up will be number 14, and that is the leadoff hitter, Hayden Bernard. He is the third baseman. So we swing it around. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. One ball, no strike. The pitch on its way. High. 2-0. Something very interesting to note about Ahmed Brown is that usually he gets the first batter out and then he starts to struggle a little bit with the command. John Jay has tried to capitalize on it, but he's settled down after a while. The 2-0 offering. Low. And the count is 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. We'll see if Hayden wants to capitalize here with a hitter's pitch. 3-0. Low, ball 4. And that's the 3rd walk of the game so far for Ahmed Brown. So runner at first, and now comes up the catcher, Matthew Aceda. Coach giving him the signs to get ready. We'll look to see how John Jay wants to play this. Ahmed should be paying attention to the runner at first. Nice lead there. First pitch is going to take off. It's going to be flied out to center. Going into right. Who's got it? Who's got it? And it's over the head of the right fielder as he loses it in the sun. He's going to go all the way to the back. They're going to go to second. Rounding, coming, nope, he's going to stay there. And it's going to be a bloop double. The right fielder there for Lincoln, Craig Clark, lost it in the sun. He didn't know who had that ball. And that leads to a double. And that's the first hit of the game for John Jay. So runners at second and third. Very unfortunate play. That was popped right up into the outfield, and Craig just lost it. He did not know who was going to be going after it. So second and third. Inside. Runner will stay, and the count is 1-0. Next man up will be Shane Beaver. Number 3 hitter. Looking to drive home the first runs of the game for John Jay. 1-0 offering. Fouled off to the right side. And the count is 1-1. Nice little off-speed pitch there to keep the hitter on its toes. The count 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on its way. Dropped in, a little bit low there, and the count is 2-1. So as I mentioned before, we did talk about Mr. Cruz, the coach of Lincoln, did say he was very concerned with the outfield, and looks like that played into play in that right there with that bloop double. Outside corner, the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice job right there. Brown trying to limit the opportunities here for John Jay. 2-2 offerings, calling for it low. Line drive going into center field, and that's a base hit for John Jay. Bobbled there by Tristan. Plays him in. Going to get both runners in, and that's a 2-run single for Beaver. And it looks like John Jay is the first one to capitalize, and it's 2-0 John Jay. 2-run single there. Driving both runners home. And the next batter up is going to be Aiden Paulak. First pitch outside. Runner goes to second, and he is in time. Tried to swipe, hit the base, but didn't hit the runner. So that's another stolen base. The 3rd stolen base of the game for John Jay. So the count is 1-0. Looks like time is called as The catcher tries to adjust his helmet. And we come back. Ahmed Brown takes the signs. The 1-0 pitch. High and away. Didn't get the call, and the count is 2-0. A little frustration here on Brown. You can see as he's trying to throw. Trying to make sure he can settle this down and limit the damage here to only the 2 runs. A crooked number here for John Jay. 2-0 offering. Pick up attempt at second, but didn't throw over. Keep the runner close. So 2 balls and no strikes. Paying attention to the runner at second to throw. Pop up, going into the outfield and over the head of the second baseman. That's going to be a base hit as they throw into third. It goes over the head, goes to the back, and looks like that's going to advance the runner. So it looks like an error there, throwing into left, and they're going to allow both runs to score here. Nope. Looks like they will. And yes, they allow both runs to score. So it looks like we actually have a 4-0 game. Just double checking, make sure that was a run counted here. And it looks like it is. So a little base hit leads to a Little League home run as John Jay has now come back roaring with 4 runs so far. So we're going to score that as a double and an RBI, but was come home on the error. So next man up will be Jared Albizu. Sun has decided to go away for a little bit, and let's just say we are feeling it. Pop up to the outfield and us over the head and out of play. And the count is 0-1. So I know, Pete, we've been mostly talking about this, but what have you been seeing so far? I know you're controlling the stream, but what have you been noticing with how Lincoln's doing?
Well, this is the first inning I've really gotten to pay any attention to. So, considering this is my introduction to watching it, it's not the greatest of looks.
No, definitely not. They were looking really good the first 2 innings, and then John Jay has really capitalized on some of the miscues that Cruz has mentioned this year with Lincoln. So there's going to be a lot of work that this Lincoln crew is going to do. But I believe, if I'm correct, Pete, this is the first home game of the season. Am I right?
Yes, this is the home opener. And they've only had 1 game so far. It was against John Jay. And John Jay did take the better of that one as well.
Yes. So it looks like this is going to be a very interesting trial for Lincoln. Try to capitalize on it. Swung on a miss there, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes there. Brown trying to capitalize and come back around for it. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Low, and the count will remain full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes as Albizu is trying to continue to capitalize on the success of John Jay having 4 runs scored in this inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Low, ball 4. Another walk in the inning, 4 issued by Brown. And so far, that is going to be his 2nd walk issued. Brown struggling a little bit with his command. Next up will be Timothy Sigler. Timothy will be going right now. He's trying now with only 1 out in the inning. Throw over, dive back in. Brown trying to make sure that he can get a chance here to get out of this inning, only giving up 4. First pitch, outside, ball 1. So 1 ball and no strike here. One and 0 pitch. High, thrown to the backstop as the runner advances, and he's going to make it without a throw. So a wild pitch there allows the runner to advance to second. You can really see the demeanor of Brown on the mound. He's really, really upset. He's frustrated with what has happened. I think that pop-up that allowed the runner to get on base really messed with him. That's going to fall in again, and now he's really messing around with his mechanics. And the count is 2-1.
I think it's 3-0.
3-0, wow. So my apologies there, not looking at the monitor. So 3 balls and no strikes. Count on its way. Strike called on the outside corner, and the count is 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strikes here as the wind has started to really pick up and let you know that it is going to be with us for this duration of the game. That's going to be a high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued there by Brown. And looks like Cruz is coming out and is probably going to make a pitching change. So it looks like we're going to see the end of Brown. He's defeated, walking off the mound, not happy with his performance there. And looks like we're going to make a little bit of a switch around. We'll see what Cruz wants to do with John Jay up 4-0. It was just a really rough go there, Pete, because it looked like Brown was doing really well, was working himself.
Yeah, the first 2 innings went relatively quickly, so
yeah,
Brown was definitely doing all right. But this 3rd inning, they got his number. They got the outfield's number. Every ball that drops out there, there's nobody making it to it.
Yeah, exactly. So looking like we're going to have number 42, who's going to be pitching for us right now. Number 42 is Amir Cherry. Amir Cherry actually got the first hit of the game for the home opener for Lincoln. Amir Cherry, for those that would like to know more about him, is actually a senior. So making his opportunity known here. All right. Don't believe he played last year for Lincoln, so this will be a great time to show off now. So Amir originally was our 3rd baseman, but will now have to pitch for us. Nice little sidearm we got action going on here. So it'll be interesting to see how John Jay responds to a different delivery in the pitch. Now, of course, this is something to keep in mind that we will be with you all season long on Lincoln Media. We'll be highlighting a bunch of more of the baseball games going on this season.
Yeah, we hope to bring you as much of the baseball as we can, and it's possible we might even throw in some boys volleyball this season.
That would be very interesting. I would love to watch some of the boys volleyball. I heard they've been actually trying to get a lot better this year, so
well,
it's been good.
Pretty sure every year the teams try to get a lot better.
Of course.
Kind of goes without saying. But
yes. Yeah. So
they asked the media program why they hadn't gotten any love, so I didn't really have a good reason.
Well, now, unfortunately, since all sports are back, we can be sure we could try to capitalize on as many sports as we can stream.
You know, it's funny. Everybody keeps saying we should stream more, but nobody ever seems to wonder what I do in my spare time. They just assume it's free.
That's right. They just they just think we don't even realize that we have a day job, not a real job, not a side job.
I don't live here? What?
Exactly.
Now we do the best we can, stream as much as we can. Ball on the inside there.
Yes. And looks like they made some changes here. So it looks like Tristan Legrier is now playing second, and Ahmad Brown, who was the pitcher, will now be playing the outfield. The 1-0 pitch coming in. Fouled off. And the count is 1-1. So like I was saying before about the delivery of Amir Cherry, you could definitely see it's more of a sidearm delivery. So these John Jay players are going to have to wait on the pitch in order to then capitalize on it. The 1-1 count, trying to keep the runner close. Runners go, swung on and missed. Down the third, throw, and just missed.
It popped out of his glove.
Ooh. Very unfortunate there, but John Jay again capitalizes on the base stealing, really making our catcher right now, Edwin Bueno, really work here. So runners on second and third with a 1-2 count. Pitch on its way, low. The count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Hitting right now for John Jay is Daniel Kelleher. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him on the outside. He's trying to go up there and got the bait. 2 outs. And next man up will be Gabriel Gertzman. Gabriel is a shortstop for John Jay. Second and third, 2 outs now. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Nice little pitch there. Again, count is 0-1.
There is blood in the water, and these guys are just looking. They know any pitch that's close to the plate, if they can just put it in play, it's going to mean runs. Exactly.
0-1. That's outside a little bit, and the count is 1-1. Absolutely, Pete. With John Jay up 4-0 and runners on second and third, 2 outs, anything that looks something appetizing, they're going to cream the ball, to say the least. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out to right field, hitting in a tough spot. And caught. No, it's going to be he bobbled the ball out and right. It looks like it was a fair ball. No.
Nope, they're calling a foul.
They're calling it a foul ball.
Home plate umpire's been pointed in that foul direction.
All right. So, as we mentioned here, the Lincoln outfield is definitely going to be something to watch all season. And I don't know if it was the outfield there or if it's the wind, because the wind has really picked up recently. As you can see, our lovely American flag is just whipping out in center field. But right now, that's definitely going to be a 1-2 count. 1-2 on its way. Grounded foul. Going down the left field line. And the count remains 1-2. You can definitely see a difference in the delivery of Amir Cherry here.
Yeah, with that sidearm, it takes a half second off the amount of time every batter has to see the pitch coming.
Correct.
Before they can react to how they're going to swing, if they're going to swing, where they're going to swing.
Oh, just had it up the middle and bobbled by number 23, Marcus Pearsons. It had hit the backstop of the mound to slow down. It wasn't hopping anymore, and that's going to allow the runner to score, and that's going to be an RBI hit as John Jay has batted around. So an RBI single there for Gabriel Gertzman, and that'll allow Ryan Brooks to get his second at-bat of the inning. Fortunate there for Lincoln. So we'll see what Ryan Brooks can do with runners at the corners and 2 outs. First pitch. Liner right at the first baseman and caught. Side retired. Nice job there by number 9. That's Kamani Scott But in the inning, we've had 5 runs calculated right there on 4 hits. 2 men left. We move to the bottom of the 3rd with John Jay up 5-0.
We'll take a quick break and be right back. Right back with you here at Abraham Lincoln High School. Lincoln down 5-0 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd.
Yes, so batting right now is Marcus Pearson. Marcus Pearson had led off the game with a walk, and that's a drive out to center, but looking like right at the center fielder, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Nice job there putting wood. Looks like Pearson is shaking his hand. Probably stung a little bit because, let me tell you, that wind is strong today. It's probably making everyone's hands feel it. So first out, fly out to the center fielder. And next up will be Tristan LeGrier. Tristan popped up to the shortstop. First pitch. That'll be low. The count is 1-0. Tristan is a junior now. Has been.
They grow up so fast.
I know. And a strike, and the count is 1-1. Last time Tristan's been trying to get the umpire's attention to get settled. The 1-1 count. That's a strike 2. Back-to-back pitches. Tristan will step out. So looks like umpire's even saying don't step out. So 1-2. Down on its way. Line drive going into center field over the back second baseman. That's a base hit. Nice attempt there by number 10. Try to capitalize on that liner. That was Ryan Brooks trying to get it, but that's a base hit there for Tristan LeGray. The second hit for Lincoln today. And next up will be Amir Cherry. Amir had a single back in the first. Outside, 1-0. Amir trying to look at the signs here. Strike over the outside corner. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike here. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Was a pitch in the dirt. And looks like Amir is trying too much, swinging at that one. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Amir Cherry trying to settle himself down. Trying to get something going here for Lincoln, down 5-0. The pitch, that's going to be a ball on the outside. play, and he's safe. Stolen base there for Tristan. And we have a runner at second now with a 2-2 count. So it was a little high there for Amir. So 2-2. Taking his time, pitch on its way. Outside, and the count is full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, runner at second. Lincoln trying to drive in their first run of the game. 3-2 count, pitch on its way. Grounded to the left side, taken by the third baseman. He's got it, throw to first. They're gonna move him runner as the runner advances to third on the throw over. So 2 men gone. So that's gonna be 5-3 there. And 2 down for Edwin Bueno. Edwin has had some tough times behind the plate today, getting a lot of getting stolen base on him left and right. Hopefully he can maybe drive in a run to get back a little bit of insurance that we need, because it's going to get a little ugly if we keep this up. Taking his time there. Play over there was made by the third baseman, Hayden Bernard. First pitch. Inside, a little high there, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike for Edwin Bueno. Grounded to left side, and that's a base hit going into left field. Oh, so bueno for Edwin Bueno.
Oh my God, how long have you been thinking
I've been
that
thinking
up?
about that for a while now. For a while now. But an RBI single there for Lincoln. And Lincoln is now down 5-1. So RBI single there.
You were waiting the whole game.
I was. Oh, so bueno.
You're like, come on, he just needs 1 hit.
That's
so
right.
I can say the line.
Next man up will be Julian Polion. So Julian was with us last year, looking to continue the success he had. Runner at first, as we had a pitch runner here. This is number 6, Kamani Bowles. That's a strike, and the count is 1-1. So the wind is so crazy out there, you can even see the pitcher lost its hat. Definitely is March weather, to say the least here, Pete.
Indeed it is. Lincoln's next home game is this Friday, where it's expected to be about 65 degrees. So just tack on 30 degrees to where we're at now, and 3 days from now, it'll be wonderful.
I'm just amazed more at the amount of how Mother Nature has been acting this year. It's just been an up and down year, to say the least, with the temperature. Grounded right to the shortstop. He's got it. Throw to first, and he's gone. Side retired. But a run in for Lincoln as they get 2 hits in that inning and a run scored as we move into the top of the 4th with Lincoln down 5-1. We are back to the top of the 4th inning with Amir Cherry pitching for Lincoln. And leading us off will be Hayden Bernard as it's grounded to the left side, taken by the third baseman. He's got it, throw to first, over his head and safe. As he gets on with looks like a leadoff hit, a nice slowly hit pitch that allowed him to get the runner to get to first. It's the first hit of the inning, and next man up will be Matthew Asueda.
It's just the third baseman was a little slow to
react
get it
to
out
it.
of his glove and over to first.
Right.
And then it was too high, pulled the first baseman off the bag. I think if that pitch had been more direct, it could have been an out.
Yeah. Keeping the runner close at first. Timeout called, as looks like Hayden is just stretching, trying to stretch out a little bit. Looks like he hurt himself as he was going into the base. He's just checking to make sure he's all right. Back to action. Pitch on its way. Strike called on the outside, and the count is 0-1. So 0-1 as the count is on its way. Again, look over, keeping him close, and you could definitely see Bernard Hayden is really touching into his side. He's making sure he's didn't hurt himself. Fouled off to the right side, and the count is 0-2.
Oh, just missed a car.
Oof. My favorite is always seeing Lincoln going out to get the ball, because that's the best part, is finding where the ball is located.
You can always tell the pecking order on the team also by
Oh,
seeing
absolutely.
which players have to go run for the fouls.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. So now, no balls and 2 strikes. Look over, throw over, as the runner gets back safely. So 0-2. On its way. Liner going to shortstop, taken. He's got it. The runner will stay. Throw over. And they're going to call it safe. He got the. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Pulled the first baseman off the bag again.
That's right. So 2 plays that if the throws were on the money, they would have had 2 outs. But now they got runners at first and second. So that'll be an E6.
You got to give your pitchers more help than that.
Right. And next man up will be Shane Beaver. Shane had a 2-run single, 2-run double in the last inning, or a 2-run single actually, that drove in the first 2 runs of the game for John Jay. Pitch up and high, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes here. Amir Cherry having a little bit of misfortune with his infield now. Pitch on its way. Strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. The sun has started to show its face now, finally, trying to warm up any bodies who can feel it on this chilly afternoon at Lincoln. 1-1. Strike on the outside corner again, and the count is 1-2.
Think we'll see a stolen base attempt here?
I'm not sure. They're definitely a little bit more modest, and watching the pitcher throw, that's going to be a little high there, and the count is 2-2. Timeout called. Looks like the catcher wants everyone to come in here for a second. What do you think they're going to be talking about here, Pete?
They definitely want to make sure that he's settled down, but I think it's a strategy thing on the pitches.
Yeah.
Because at 2-2 with no outs and 2 on, you really want to be able to make a big play here to at least get 1 out, but also not advance any of the runners.
Exactly here. And I think that's why they wanted to talk for a second for that potential, especially a chance at maybe a double steal, which I think what also the catcher is trying to make sure Amir knows at the same time.
Yeah, we talked about, is it a steal possibility here just a pitch ago? Full count.
So now this is going to be real interesting to see what John Jay wants to do. It's a full count, 2 runners on. Do you send the runners here to get them to get a chance here?
I think you give them a step. You have no outs. There's no reason to sacrifice.
And swung on and missed. Nice job there. Nice job by Amir to come back and strike him out. And a good job there by John Jay to not make the attempt.
They listened to me.
So 1 gone. And next up will be Aiden Pollock. Aiden had an RBI double. That actually became a Little League home run when the ball was thrown away in the outfield. A bunt to the right side, and looks like that's going to allow everyone to be loaded. Bases loaded. What an opportunity there by Aiden Polak to allow, just put it in the right spot where everyone wanted the ball, but no one was covering first. So bases loaded for John Jay. And the next person up will be Jared Albizu. So now, big opportunity here for John Jay as Lincoln is trying to stop the damage. First pitch. Another bunt. Bunting with the bases loaded. He's going to throw to first, and he threw it away. That'll allow 2 runners to score.
The third one coming.
Third one is coming. They didn't even realize it. The play at home, and it's a 3 RBI. So unfortunate. He tried to throw to first. Tristan fell down on the attempt over, and a bunt leads to 3 runs, and the runner didn't advance afterwards because he fell the same time that Tristan fell.
He had to trip over Tristan and I believe climb back to get on the bag because Tristan was completely covering it from the fall.
My goodness gracious. So that's 3 runs scored.
8-1 now the lead for John Jay.
Next man up will be Timothy Sigler. What a very strange play there by John Jay, deciding to bunt with the bases loaded, but it leads to 3 runs.
And we may be calling it a bunt, but really he just put the bat up in the air. And
That's true. That's true.
The ball was so high, I don't know that you can qualify that as a bunt anymore.
That is, well, when you put the bat out the way he did, that is a bunt. But
the attempt with the bat was a bunt, but nothing else about it looked bunt-like.
Well, one thing I could say that looks like John Jay is capitalizing is because Amir Cherry is slower at his delivery, it allows them to actually put the bat on the ball in a bunt-like situation. That's fouled off, and the count is 0-1. So John Jay now, after giving up a run in the bottom of the third, has come back and has scored 3 runs and is now leading this game 8-1. 0-1, throw over, and the runner dives back in. As we take a moment here, please like, comment, and subscribe to Lincoln Media for more Lincoln baseball action and all Lincoln sports all year round. Well, not all year. Liner back to the pitcher. What a play by Amir Cherry, and that's a double play. Cy retired. Nice job there by Cherry to pick that ball as a liner. But in the inning, we got 3 runs scored for John Jay as they lead 8-1. And we are back at Lincoln. First pitch was a strike. Swung on and missed there. And the count is 0-1. Strike on the inside corner. Count is 0-2. This is Kamani Scott. Kamani Scott here. He was walked, but then was caught stealing. Swung on and missed. 3 pitches. Batter's gone. We call that, Pete, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Thank you, Truman.
You're welcome. Next man up, this will be a pinch hitter. Ooh, hit by pitch. To let you know who just got hit by pitch, that's Kamai Bowles, who was pinch running before, so he's on at first.
Taking a hit in a pinch.
That's right. So runner on for the next person up, which is Ahmed Brown, who started the game for Lincoln. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there to Rip. Just came up short. And the count is 0-1. Foul to the back. Was really on top of it. And the count is 0-2. We actually have a new pitcher on the mound right now, and that is number 11. So it looks like a second lefty for them. I believe that is a new pitcher. I couldn't tell, but it might still be the same pitcher from before. Timeout is called.
You know, pitching is just such an understated role at the high school level.
Right.
Obviously, everyone knows how important pitching is in the game of baseball, but you just don't, you take for granted how you just assume teams have pitching.
Right.
And then you get here at the high school level and you realize that, well, you could have just about anybody on the field come up and start throwing balls down Broadway.
Exactly. So 1-2 there. Nice job by Brown to step away on that one. 1-2. Timeout called again. Second time that Brown is getting the pitcher to be a little bit frustrated there. So 1-2 is the count. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Nice curveball there. He's got it. He's going to throw to second. And he misses. It hit off the base, hit off the glove of the second baseman, and that's going to allow, but they're going to call him out. No, they're going to allow him to go. I believe. Let's see what they're saying. So it looks like they are going to have the out called, but the runner will advance on the attempt. So we're going to call that a stolen base there. Fortunate break. 2 outs. Another strike. And the count is 0-1. So a second strikeout in the inning. And we have David Moreno up. That's strike 2. A little bit outside, but looks like this umpire knows that this game is getting a little tough. He's calling the outside pitches now. It's the 0-2 count. Pitch on its way. Fouled off to the back. Someone's got it. And the count remains 0-2. So runner at second. Good little opportunity here for David. Be a little low. And the count is 1-2. Looks like John Jay warming up someone out there in the outfield, getting themselves ready here. Coming at you live at Abraham Lincoln High School in Coney Island, Brooklyn. The sun keeps peeking every once in a while to let us know it's there. Doesn't help that it's still cold today. So 2-2 on the outside. Nice little opportunity here for David. Try to drive in a run. Swung on and missed. Swung at a fast pitch on the outside. Didn't really see where that pitch was going, but that's going to strike out the side with just a little hit by pitch. As we move into the top of the 5th with John Jay up 8-1.
And we're back, top of the 5th, 8-1 lead for the John Jay Jaguars.
And the first pitch on its way, fouled off to the back.
John Jay, of course, the artist formerly known as Millennium High School.
Yes. When did they recently change their name, Mr. Andrews?
Today was the first I heard of it.
Oh, wow.
As I was making graphics and was asking Coach Cruz why I couldn't find a huge online presence and records and colors and logos.
That was outside there.
And then I found out it's because they are a relatively new squad under this name.
Oh, okay.
Though the team itself has existed
before.
Yeah.
Line drive off the pitcher, and that's going to be a base hit. Nice job there. Another little opportunity there for Cherry to pick that ball off. Was able to give up a base hit. So the runner at first. And the next man up will be Gabrielle Gertzman. Gabrielle today is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pitch on its way. Low, low. The count is 1-0. Had a little ball trick under us. Okay, but we're good. The 1-0 count. Pitch on its way. Popped up into right field, and that's going to fall in. Split the outfielders. Going to go to second, and he's going to get the out at second base. Trying to extend that hit from a single into a double, but was able to gun him right at second. But a runner will move to third, so one person gone. So that'll be counted as a single and an out, trying to advance to second. Next man up will be Ryan Brooks. Ryan Brooks today is only 0 for 1. Or excuse me, I want to correct myself. Ryan Brooks has two official at-bats because he batted around. So that's how that one goes. He's actually 0 for 2. First pitch, the outside. The count is 1-0. So John Jay here having a runner at third and 1 out. Trying to extend their lead up 8-1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. Hit the catcher. Looks like he's okay. Count is 1-1. Trying to attack that high pitch there. Same way that the last batter did as well. That's one of the things about this sidearm. You try to get a little opportunity. If that ball lifts a little bit, be a good opportunity to capitalize. 1-1. That's outside. So the runner goes back to third, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a balk. He dropped the ball. Not allowed to drop the ball while you're standing on the rubber, and that'll allow a run to score. Unfortunate rule, but that's one of the rules in baseball. Not allowed to have that happen. So a balk called, and it's 9-1. Pitch on its way. Fouled. Going to the back. Doesn't hit a car. And count is 2-2. As you can see, some of the growing pains with Lincoln with the new squad, you could see that there are some things they got to know the fundamentals of, and that was an unfortunate little rule. Popped going into the back. That's out of play. And still count remains. You can hear some of the players making comments about how cold it is. And we are all feeling it, to say the least. Brooks up there. Pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Tipped the ball into the glove. And that's 2 outs. So 2 outs now. This will lead to the top of the order. That's for Hayden Bernard. Hayden Bernard today is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a single. Score 9-1 in favor of John Jay. Pitch on its way. Line drive going to right field. Over the head of the right fielder. That's one of our new right fielders in right field. Throws it in. And a little bobble with first. And that's a double.
I think it could have been a triple if he had been looking to see the misplay going on behind him in right field.
Exactly.
But
so
better safe than sorry on 2 outs.
Right. So our new right fielder out there is number 19, William Girona. He's a freshman. And looking like at number 8, we have Sebastian Lopez playing second now. So 2 men going, runner at second. And this is number 28 for Matthew Aceda. That's ball on the outside. Matthew Aceda today is 1 for 3 with a double and 2 runs scored. So man on second, Hayden Bernard. You could see trying to keep the runner close, and that's inside. The count is, I believe, 2-0, correct? 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Trying to keep the runner close here. Pitch on its way. That's a little high. The count is 3-0. You could see Amir Cherry's arm trying to stretch it out a little bit. He might have tweaked it a little bit there. Hopefully nothing serious. This looks to get a little stretch. 3-0 count. We'll see if he's looking to rip. That's a strike in the outside corner. The count is 3-1. You can hear the wind through my microphone. I'm apologizing, folks. It is definitely a windy day. Glad that we did not, to say the least there.
That's all right. I caught it by the space bar, which muted your microphone.
Oh, I'm even better. So the 3-1 pitch. Popped high up to the right side. First baseman, he's got it. That's the end of the inning. But 1 run in. And the score is 9-1. John Jay.
Bottom of the 5th. Pitch is high, 1-0 to number 23.
Yes, and that is Marcus Polion, his third time up, as he is today. That's a drive out to deep right field. That's gonna clear over the fence. That'll be a double, I believe.
Yeah, that should be a ground rule double. Bounced out.
Nice shot there, going in. And that's a double for Marcus Polion, who was 0 for 1 today. But looks like Lincoln has got something started here against the new pitcher. So batter now is Tristan Legrier. Tristan is 1 for 2 today with a single and a stolen base. Runner at second, pitch on its way. Strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. So Polion was a nice job there, capitalizing on that first pitch drive. Popped, going into the backstop. Into the fans. And it's underneath the stands now. Count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes now against Tristan. 0-2 count. Slider fouled off to the left side. And the count remains 0-2. You can see how the wind goes in and out here. It's really whipping out in center field. You can really see the flag just moving very quickly. Tristan tried to get a timeout and didn't get it. The count is 1-2. Looks like one of the things that Tristan's been trying to get this timeout called a lot, and is not able to get it. So he just has to get into the box and get set. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Got him on the inside. Trying to get into that inside, trying to rip it. Wasn't able to get there. One person gone. Next person up will be Amir Cherry. Amir has been pitching recently. So it'll be, right now he's 1 for 2 in the batting order today. That's a little low. And count is 1-0. One and 0 now to Cherry. Grounded to the left side. That's through for a base hit. Rounding third as he's going to attempt to throw home. He's going to come in and he's not in time, and that's an RBI single for Amir Cherry. As Lincoln gets a second run of the day. So nice seeing eye base hit there by Cherry. Just underneath the glove of the third baseman. And Lincoln now down 8-2. 9-2. My apologies. Again, it'd be great to see a monitor every once in a while. Okay, next one up will be Eden Bueno. Bueno had the first RBI of the game for Lincoln. And they're 1 for 2. He also lined out into a double play in the first. First pitch. A little high. That count is 1-0. So Lincoln trying to chip away here on the lead. And that's a drive out to left center. But right at the center fielder, he's got it. Looks like he tried to hit it into the rights, into a spot to drive that ball, but the ball hung up just a little too much for that center fielder to come over to corral it.
And the base runner didn't hold up the tag.
Right. So the runner
it was deep enough. He could have made a play for it.
Exactly.
He's still at first.
So 2 batters gone, and next up we have Julian Polion. Actually, we have a pitch hitter. My apology, folks. This is Sebastian Lopez. So Sebastian Lopez now getting an opportunity here for Lincoln. Pitch hitting. Pitch on its way. Ooh. Not sure if the umpire called that a strike. I don't think he did. It looked like a good pitch on my side. Popped up, going up to the backstop. Yes. Rosters are underneath. You have to dig through. You'll find a page with rosters. Inside. Okay, and looks like it actually hit him. So a hit by pitch there. 2 outs now. And the next batter up will be Kamani Scott. Pitch on the way. Liner foul. Just down the left side. And the count is 0-1. So 0-1 here. Runners at first and second. Swung on and missed. Took a little off on that pitch. Nice job there. Throwing a little bit of a curve of some kinds. And the count is, I believe, 0-2, or is it 1-2?
0-2.
0-2. So 0-2 is the count. Pitch on its way. That's a curveball on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. So Lincoln gets a run. And that's it. So we move into the top of the 6th. With Lincoln now down 9-2. right, we are back to the top of the 6th inning as we come in with Kamani Scott pitching. First pitch is going to be on the outside, and the count is ball 1. Kamani Scott, excuse me, is now the new pitcher here, pitching for Lincoln, the 3rd pitcher of the game. Next pitch. Strike on the outside. Didn't really see where that crossed, but okay. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Maybe timeout called here. One and one, the pitch on its way. Hit to the second baseman, he's got it, throw to first. In time. One batter gone. So next player up is number 24. This is Polak. Polak today has 2 hits, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Pitch on its way. Grounded right back to the pitcher. He's got it. Underhand toss to first in time. And so far, 3 pitches, 2 outs. The next one up will be Jared Albizu. Jared today is 1 for 2. He has a walk, a wild pitch, and a 3-run single. Don't know how that happens. It's a very rare stat, to say the least. But he was the one that bunted for 3 runs. First pitch on its way. Low. The count is 1-0. So the 1-0 count on its way. Outside. Count is 2-0. And actually, we have a new catcher for us right now. Our new catcher right now is David Morrow. So David right now, I believe, is catching for us. So a little bit of a switch up with Bueno taking a seat with the catch. 2-0. Count on the way. Low again. And that count is 3-0. So one of the things with the growing pains, as you could see, learning, trying to teach the new players how to also play catcher. Catcher, besides Mr. Andrews had said before that pitcher is one of the hardest positions in the game of high school, this is probably the second hardest, is the catcher itself.
You know, I might argue that catching is the hardest.
Yeah.
Because pitching it's expected of everybody.
Yes.
That's the part that's unexpected about it.
Right.
And definitely underappreciated is that any of the players on your team at any point might end up on the mound throwing in.
Right.
But generally, you've got one person in that squatted position behind the plate. And that catcher has so much to do.
Exactly. Throw over. Did they get him? Nope. No timeout called. They were trying to do a throw over. I don't even know.
The catcher is not just responsible for getting the ball back, but also sometimes making the pitch suggestions, depending on your pitcher.
Yep.
Checking to see where the leads are from the runners on the bags, looking for the base steals as a strike falls in there.
Yeah, a lot of movement, and especially when they're specifically new at the position too, it's a lot of learning, a lot of movement, a lot of reaction.
Yeah, knowing when to stay and when to run out.
Right.
When to cover at the pitcher's mound. And
You're going to get the ball. So time called. They're going to make him go back to first as it hit the umpire. So that was a perfect example. As you could see, misses the ball and hits the umpire right in the chest. It's a good thing the umpire had his protector right in his chest to be able to get that. So I'm sure the catcher, they're talking, you know.
From our vantage point, the catcher looks to be about 5 feet tall. I know he's taller than that, but
no.
He definitely seems shorter than the catchers we've seen.
Which I'm sure even for the pitcher, it must be a little bit difficult to make sure he's throwing to a right location. That's a line drive to right field. Right at the right fielder. Nope, he makes misplay as I move up a base. The runner's going to go from second into third. They're going to throw over. And that's a misplay there by Lincoln, allowing the runner to move up to second. Should have held on to the ball there because it allowed him to advance the runner. So that's going to be a double there.
Yeah, you could have held him to first and third.
Right.
But by throwing to third, where there was really a very low percentage that you were going to make that, you let the runner get to second too.
So 2 runners on now for John Jay. And this will be Danny Kelleher.
As the shadows lengthen on our screen.
Oh, boy. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. So good pitch there. Thrown by Kamani Scott, the new pitcher for Lincoln. Looked good for the first 2 batters, but allowed a walk and a double. Swung on and missed. Nice job there, making him chase at a high pitch. And the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Just outside, and the count is 1-2. Trying to make sure you guys don't hear the sound of the wind, even though I'm doing a very unsuccessful job at that, to say the least.
We are not in a broadcast booth
here.
No.
On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Got him looking on an off-speed pitch, and that will retire the side. But in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We move to the bottom of the 6th with Lincoln down 9-2. We are back to Lincoln. We're going to get a pinch hitter here. Outside, ball one. Pitch hitting right now is Nathan Wallace. Nathan Wallace getting his first at-bat in this game as we get a new pitcher again for John Jay. Outside, and that's 2-0.
Is this the first lefty batter I've seen for the Railsplitters?
No. We've had a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. We definitely have a couple. But it's always good to get a lefty.
Sorry, I haven't been paying attention, apparently, to what side they're standing on.
That's ground to the left side. Nice play by 17 to throw to first. Not in time as the ball gets away, and he's going to go to second. They're going to give him second. So first hit of the game. Might be the first hit of the season there for number 51, Nathan Wallace.
Could be the first hit of his high school career.
That's
I'm
right.
not sure.
That's right.
Not sure what he's done previously.
Right. So a runner at second now as we move in with Ahmed Brown. Start of the game. That's going to be fouled. Didn't hit anything. Okay. And the count is 0-1.
I taught Nathan Wallace his 9th grade year in geometry.
Wow.
That was the year we went into the pandemic.
Yes, so he is a junior now. Grounded to the left side, taken by the third baseman. He's going to, unfortunately, Nathan Wallace ran right into the third baseman. He should have slowed up and allowed the runner, the third baseman, to throw it over. And probably Coach Cruz was talking to him about that. So one gone now. And we have a pinch hitter. Again, this is the freshman. This is William Girona, who's playing right field. First pitch, low, ball one. One and 0, throw over. Brown is back. William trying to get a good little opportunity here. Outside, 2-0. Good eye there. Got some of the players rooting him on. A 2-0 pitch. Good little hitter's count. Pitch on its way. Strike right down the heart of the plate. Looked like a good pitch. You could see frustration a little bit on William. But it's okay. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swung on and missed. A little bit of a half-hearted swing there. And the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Outside. And it's full. 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 batter gone here. Pitch on its way. Low. Ball 4. And William gets a walk. Nice job there by William.
He almost looked confused as he looked back at the umpire.
I just want to say he looked back every time that pitch came in. So I'm just happy he's on base. So 2 runners on for Marcus Pearson. Pearson was the one that drove the ball out of the ballpark, but it was only counted as a double based on the placement of where it hit.
Pearson, of course, from the long line of Pearsons in the Lincoln baseball program.
That's right. And that's fouled off. I believe it's 0-2?
Yes.
Yes. So a lot of Pearsons have come through the Lincoln family. And we hope for more in the future. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Outside, that can advance the runner going to third. And now Williams going to try to make an attempt at it. And that's an unfortunate call.
But it will bring the run home.
And that will bring the run home. So a little bit of Little League going on around there. So making the runner throw down, got an out, but also got a run, but did cost an out. So a little bit of Little League there, but allows a run to score. So Lincoln's now down 9-3. Pitch on its way, 1-2. High, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2. Pearson ready. Pitch on its way.
Another long fly ball.
And it's going to be off the fence. And that's going to be at least another double for Pearson. Nice job there by Pearson, his 2nd double of the game. One of our strong hitters putting a drive on that ball. Would have been interesting to see if they didn't have that little runaround with the throw down. Maybe they could have gotten 2 out of that. First pitch will be high. Count is 1-0. So Tristan is up right now. Tristan is 1 for 3 today with a single and a stolen base. Struck out his last time up. Strike on the outside corner. Didn't like that pitch. And the count is 1-1.
The stadium lights are coming on.
Oh boy. That's good to know. The 1-1. Inside. Nice job there by the catcher, knocking it down. The count is 2-1. It's always scary when I see the stadium lights.
Just another sign that the sun is disappearing. And so goes our only mediocre heat source.
Yes, to say the least. Outside. Tristan with a good eye there. And the count is 3-1. So 3-1 and nowhere to put the pitcher. Pitch on its way. Inside, ball 4. And that's a walk. Issued. So now runners at first and second with 2 gone. And the next up is Amir Cherry. So something brewing here for Lincoln. Capitalizing on the new pitcher.
Now, Michael, I know you do scorekeeping.
Yes.
What does a W stand for on a scorecard? Is there anything that W stands for?
And that's an out, line out. W?
Yeah.
Well, there's WP for wild pitch. But W, no, nothing for W.
I ask because it always seemed extraneous to me that a walk is marked as BB.
Yes.
Got to base on balls.
That's right.
Wouldn't a W be easier?
A W, a W would technically be easy. I agree with you, but I think, from my understanding, scorekeeping started more back in like the 20s, like 1920s. So when it originally started, they always did walks as a base on balls. They never called it walks, but over the years, it just stuck. Same with like an intentional walk. They never do IW. They always do IB. Instead of IBB for silliness, to say the least. But yes, but there are some interesting, one of the most interesting scorecards is when you actually have to do like double plays, or when you have to do, sometimes the new thing now is called a U. So like if you write 3U, that means it's a 3 unassisted. So like you didn't get any help as you did it, okay? They've kind of taken away pop-outs. It used to be like P and then the number. They still do fly-outs. They don't do line-outs. You can do an L sometimes, but again, one of the interesting ways that I learned how to take scorekeeping, because I do scorekeeping with this, is how I learned how to do it was actually I would go to Met games, and I actually used to read, and I used to try to follow it from the actual program. So that's how I got into it. That's how I'm still used to it. And actually, at every game that I do at Lincoln, I still bring a scorecard. And that was the first thing I thought about when today before I came out here. It says, oh, I need my scorecard because I want to keep track of everything.
You and about 100 other people left in this country.
I know.
Still taking it on paper at the very least. Most have moved to apps.
I know. It is a lost art, to say the least. With it, one of the First pitch is a strike. Actually, one of the things that I learned about it, some people are so good at scorekeeping. One of the people that still do it to this day, surprisingly, is announcers at baseball games. They will still use it. I think it's something also to pass the time. That's a strike, and the count is 0-2. So I'm really fitting the bill here if I'm announcing this game, and I want to take the scorecard with it as well. So 0-2 now. Amir Cherry pitching, pitch on its way. Liner over the second baseman and into right field, a base hit. Knocked down by David, and he'll keep it to a single. So a single going over the second baseman as the runner gets the first. As we're in the top of the 7th with Lincoln down 9-3. Next person up will be number 10, Ryan Brooks. Ryan today is 0 for 2, or 0 for 3 today. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. And it didn't hit a car. Oh, no, it did.
Oh, there, yeah, that familiar doink sound. It was a little delayed. Might have been on a bounce.
Yes. And the count is 0-1. And it was interesting, too, about scorekeeping, Pete, because when I learned it, no one, knew it. My dad didn't know it, and my dad used to always take me to the games, and that's off the head of the catcher, but he's okay. That count is 1-1. So I just picked it up and just figured it out on my own how to do scorekeeping. So something that I still to this day, if I try to go to a baseball game every once in a while, I need it to pass the time, to say the least.
It's interesting that you picked it up on your own because a lot of people base hit into right field.
Throws to first. Why did he throw to first? Try to get the runner.
And overthrows to first, so
right.
That'll advance them even more.
Exactly. Unfortunately there, didn't need to throw it. Could have just threw it back in. So a single leads to an error.
Many of the people in the late Gen X and all of millennial age group, if they learned it, they usually learned it from a family member passing it down.
Right.
Baseball with waning interest in younger generations.
Right, which is going to have to be something we watch over the next few years on how does baseball gain back that audience in a weird way, to say the least. First pitch. Okay, that hit off the glove. That's going to count as catcher interference. Allow the run to score.
Piece of the glove went flying forward.
That's right. So actually, they don't allow any runs to score, but that is known as catcher interference. So when one of the things in baseball that was done by Hayden Bernard, when the catchers catches the ball before the bat, and the bat hits that glove, that is known as catcher's interference. So bases loaded here. Skips in, and the count is 1-0. This is number 23. This is a pinch hitter. So we have bases loaded after that catcher interference call. So 1-0, pitch on its way. Skipped in, nice block there again. And the count is 2-0. 2-0, bases loaded. Amir Cherry trying to not allow more hits here. Fouled off, and the count is 2-1. You can see Coach Cruz talking to the catcher saying, be careful with your glove. Let that ball come in and grab it as soon as you see it. 2-1 the count. Swung on and missed. Got him there a little off speed, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Outside. Keep him there. It's 3-2. Apologize before. This is still Kamani Scott pitching. So 3-2. Bases loaded. No outs.
Not the position you want to find yourself in the last inning.
No.
You already got a 6-run hole to come out of. The right swing here could make it 10.
Right. So 3-2. Pitch on its way. Outside, ball 4. And that's a walk leading to an RBI. And that'll just merry-go-round it. And the next batter up will be Shane Beaver. Shane today is 1 for 3, has a walk, 2 stolen bases, and 2 RBIs, and has the bases loaded. A great opportunity here to increase the lead as they're up 10-2. Inside, ball 1. So 1 ball and no strike. Pitch on its way. Fouled off. Count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded here. Runners having a nice lead. Strike on the outside, and the count is 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Pitch on its way. Fouled off to the right side. Doesn't hit a car.
This, of course, is where you're hoping for the pitcher's best friend, the double play.
Yeah.
But the way we've seen Lincoln fielding today, and so any ball that goes into play, you're just afraid it could be
I know.
a double, a triple, even if it's in the infield.
And this is something that Cruz definitely wants to work on. Just fouled, looks like just missed. The count is 2-2 now. So looking like a little frustration here from Kamani Scott, but it's definitely something that Cruz is going to have to work on, is the fielding here. Get them comfortable with how the ball reacts. He did mention to me yesterday when we were talking for a little bit. That's a line drive right to the shortstop. He's got it. Throw the second to 1, and that's all he's going to do. He's just going to take the guarantee out. So that's an RBI ground out there. And now it is 11. I believe 11-3?
Yep.
11-3. So an RBI ground out as the runner at second is out. Next man up, we have number 12.
Pretty sure you can expect the runner on first to be making his way to second.
Probably. Strike. A little bit of an off-speed pitch. Got a little fooled there. And the count is 0-1. So it looks like John Jay is making a lot of their pinch hitters come up here right now. Trying to get everyone to get a little bit of an opportunity here. Outside. No advancements by the runners. And the count is 1-1. So, I mean, John Jay having a big lead that they do right now, up 11-3, allows them to go into their bench, let some of their players get a little opportunity. Swung on and missed. Swinging at that high off-speed pitch. And the count is 1-2.
I'm almost surprised they've taken their foot off the gas on their aggressive base running.
Yes.
Not sure if that's just to give the Lincoln players a little bit more of a chance
Strike
as they
3.
learn their spots.
And that's 2 outs. I think Kamani Scott forgot the order of the outs, which happens sometimes. That's only 2. So 2 gone.
Thought he was out of trouble. But it's definitely helping the Lincoln players to get a little bit more comfortable.
Yes.
Not having to worry about the next runner just coming straight at them.
I know.
On another stolen base attempt.
Now, granted, last year when we used to stream softball games, it didn't matter what it was. They would advance when they could. That's a plopper going out, and that's going to fall, and it's going to skip by the right fielder. And they're going to advance a base runner. It's going to throw down to second. Not in time. And that'll be an RBI there. And so now John Jay up 12-3. That's the definition of falling into the Bermuda Triangle there, falling in between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder. Check
and
it
then
in.
Bouncing away from all of them.
Right. So definitely is a difficult opportunity here. Looks like they're trying to get.
They wanted to pinch run him, but the pinch runner wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Had all his warm clothes on.
Yeah. Looks like he's like, oh, never mind. Grounded to the left side. Take about third baseman. He's got it. Throw over the first. Nice pick there. And that'll be the end of the inning. But 2 runs scored as John Jay is up by 9 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Lincoln's last chance.
We'll be right back.
Back to you guys now for the bottom of the 7th inning with Lincoln's last slicks down 12-3. As we got Edwin Bueno up right now.
I didn't reset the graphic.
Oh.
Wishful thinking.
Yes.
That it would be 2 outs. And maybe we're on our way out of here.
Yeah, right? Second pitch on its way. That'd be a strike. Wow, what a curve that just bended in there. And the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The sun's starting to set. And let's just say, anyone right now is definitely wanting to get out of here with how this weather has been playing. Timeout called. The umpire grants it. I don't know why. with this win the way it is, but okay.
That's exactly why he granted it. He doesn't want to get hit in the face with a errant ball.
That's true. So 0-2 now. Pitch on its way. Curveball inside. Count 1-2. Edwin Bueno had a 1-for-3 day today. He had an RBI single. Got the first run of the game for Lincoln. Pitch on its way. Just outside, and the count is 2-2. Looks like he was trying to call for time. Didn't give it to him.
Lincoln batters really going with these last-minute timeout things.
I know.
Suppose that's a strategy, but I've only seen one of them implement it well.
Line drive right to the shortstop. He's got it. Throw to first in time. Just trying to go after that curveball. Had a nice little look there. Grounded out. One person gone. Next batter up will be Julian Polion. Julian today is 1-for-3 with a single. Julian really stepping up his helmet game with the stickers on it. Strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1.
Would like him to also pick up his hitting game.
Yes. Exactly.
Stickers are great. Hits are better.
Yes. One of the interesting things that's going to be happening in the MLB season this year, going to be popped up to the third baseman, and he's got it. 2 outs. One of the interesting things they're doing this year is for the first time ever, there will be sponsors on the uniforms for baseball this year.
Oh,
yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. So it'll be very weird to see a uniform with a sponsor. But 2 outs now for the final batter. Lincoln's last chance.
They're going to look like a bunch of soccer players out there.
And this is Kamani Scott, who was pitching for us for a little bit today. Kamani is 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts and walked, was caught stealing back in the second. Kamani trying to keep Lincoln's hopes alive, getting a next batter up. Strike on the outside, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike here for Kamani. Pitch on its way. Curveball dropping in there on the inside, and the count is 2-2. This curveball looks filthy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kamani trying to stay alive. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball high, and the count is 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes for Kamani Scott. Looking for it. 3-2. The pitch on the way. Swung on a miss. Strike 3, and that'll do it. John Jay with a nice offensive performance as they go out there and they win the game by the score of 12-3.
So that's going to do it for us here at Abraham Lincoln High School. We'll have another boys baseball stream this Friday. I don't remember who we're facing.
Okay. Well,
but you can find all that information on the PSAL website, psal.org. So make sure you check them out there. Make sure you hit subscribe and check us out here. For Mike Capizzo, I'm Peter Andrus. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time.